What's up, YouTube? I'm Shanti Hall, and this is Game Talk. So the game we're going to be talking about today is the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota defeated OKC in each of their last two meetings, but both of those games were tight, so I wanted to watch today's game to see if it'd be another thriller. And after watching the game, I have to say that I'm happy with what I got. Before I dive deeper on what I saw and my thoughts on the game, let's talk about some of the numbers. It was another tight game between these two teams, with OKC winning 111 to 107. For the Thunder, Paul George had 36 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists. Steven Adams had a new career high with 27 points and 6 rebounds. And Russell Westbrook had 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 14 assists. As a team, the Thunder shot 51% from the field and 30% from behind the 3-point line, and they also out-rebounded the T-Wolves 42 to 26. That rebounding stat is probably one of the most important, as it's the main reason the T-Wolves lost last night's game. Moving on to the Timberwolves, Jimmy Butler had 22 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. Andrew Wiggins had 23 points and 3 rebounds, and Karl Anthony Towns had 23 points and 9 rebounds. As a team, the T-Wolves shot 51% overall and 50% from behind the 3-point line. Those are great shooting numbers, so obviously scoring wasn't the problem for them. Now that we got the numbers out of the way, let's start talking about Minnesota in this game. And the first thing I noticed about Minnesota last night was how much they struggled defending the interior. All throughout the game, the Thunder, especially Steven Adams, were able to get easy looks at the basket. This really hurt the Wolves because they had a few chances to come back and actually take the lead, but then they allowed the Thunder to get a few of those easy looks at the rim and get their rhythm back. I just hope as the year goes on we can see the T-Wolves improve on this issue, because this is not just a one-game thing, this is a problem that they have in general. The second thing I noticed about the Timberwolves was how much they struggled to rebound the ball. Like I said earlier, I think it's the biggest reason that they lost the game last night. In the first half, as a team, they had 10 rebounds. That's just not going to cut it. Especially not against one of the more talented teams in the West like the Thunder. Last thing I should mention about the Timberwolves before I move on to the Thunder is that when they move the ball well, they're a very, very good team. Although there were times this game when they started to settle for shots, the Thunder defense is really tough, so I can understand why that was. Okay, now on to the Thunder. And when I talk about them, I have to talk about them in terms of them playing in the first quarter versus them playing the next three. Because first quarter Thunder looks like the team we expect to see every night. In the first quarter, they had great ball movement. They were taking really smart shots. They played tough defense. That's what we want to see from the Thunder every night. But in my opinion, after the first quarter, all those great things we saw from the Thunder kind of stopped. All that great ball movement disappeared and they started taking poor shots at times. I mean, they never trailed in this game at all, so they're still a really good team even without doing these things. But they were up 21 at one point, and the Wolves still almost came back and won. This has happened many times this year, and I think the answer to it is consistency. When they put together a full game, they're extremely tough to beat, like we saw when they played the Warriors. And those are my thoughts on the OKC Minnesota game. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to put out another game talk tomorrow. If you have anything to say about this one though, any thoughts or things you disagree about, leave it down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, like it. If you like my channel, subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.